Yeah, I'm here. You hear me? Hang on a second here. Why is that sound coming through my other speakers? That's strange. It's not coming through my headset. What's that? Oh, no, it is coming through my headset. You're just barely there, that's all. But it works. Kind of. If you were on your regular computer, you'd be able to hear me well. Okay. Oh, I'm running the YouTube. I've got the YouTube channel running too, so you can. That's a separate link. This is my audio, so people can come and talk to me if they want. But for some reason, you're coming out on my speakers, and I don't know why. Hmm. Anyhow, this must be a setting in my in Discus. Let me check that out. That might be what the problem is. Hang on a second. Right. No, it's at my end. I just have to figure it out. That's all. Let's see here. Where's my audio? There we go. There we go. Discord's audio wasn't set up correctly, but you can hear me fine, correct?
Yeah, over the iPhone. Sure.
Okay. All right, we're back. You're in my headset now instead of instead of on my speakers. So that's what I was trying to figure out. All right. Escape. There we go. Yeah, this is the voice audio that I set up for those that wanted to come over and chat while I was streaming. Um, if you guys open up the YouTube channel, you'll hear me there too, but that'll be delayed. So you'll want to, if you're in this room with me, you'll want to mute the YouTube if you happen to be streaming it.
Uh, so this way, when we see something on the screen and we say, "Hey, Doug, what was that?" you actually hear us and say, "It's such and such."
Yeah, exactly.
Type, "Hey, what was that?" Exclamation point.
And then 5 minutes later, I see it and I answer it. That's the problem. That's why I set this up so that people can join in. So how you been, buddy?
Good. Good. Been up here at the observatory since Thursday night.
Oh, excellent.
We had Friday getting everything set up at the festival, the 2-day festival that was supposed to be for Saturday and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Had the parade. That is a crazy amount of people
Yeah.
there. They lined up all the vehicles and floats and whatnot,
Right.
and the very first vehicle, people were already setting up their awnings and chairs to see the floats go by. So we went 200 feet even before we hit the main 260 highway. But as soon as I made that left turn onto the highway, it was a mile long row of people on both sides.
Yep.
Not kidding when they say it's 30 to 35,000 people to see that parade.
Yep. Very good. Yep. We
Yeah,
have
so the astronomy club here has a bunch of members now.
cool. Very good. Trying to decide if I want to start. I'm going to start my automation run. A bunch of tiny little galaxies, which are boring as hell to watch. But
Which ABL cluster is it?
what's that?
Which ABL cluster is it?
Yeah. No, it's just some NGCs. Let me open this guy's sequence up.
Well, sometimes NGCs are in ABL clusters.
Yes, they are. Sometimes they are. Let's see here. That's my list here. Let's see my July 8 and 9 list. Here it is. I still got to get over to Home Depot and get my new wood for my rails. I'm afraid I'm going to push that roof off one of these times. I'm going to fall to the ground.
Yep, don't want that happening.
No. The rails are warped in both directions, both horizontally and vertically. So I gotta put some.
What dimension lumber are you going to use for the rails?
Right now I've got 2x8s. I'm trying
Single?
to. No, they're doubled up. But the second one is only to give it some horizontal rigidity, but it doesn't do a very good job because they're not bolted together. But I'm thinking of going with some 4x6s, laying them out on top of the posts there. That'll should take care of it.
Yeah, we've cut up a bunch of 4x6 stuff here for certain things, and that's some pretty rigid stuff.
Yeah, whatever I'm gonna do, I gotta make it sure I only have to do this this one time, so it'll last another 30 years. Because the setup I've had has been out there for 34 years already. It's just that womanized lumber, it does deteriorate eventually, and so.
Yeah, well, it's not that the 4x6 won't change dimensions either. Now, we've seen a twist in certain pieces that it didn't matter for our application, but would absolutely give you heartburn.
Yeah. Well, I'm riding on the edge of a 2x8 right now. A little over 1,000 pounds and two 2x8s.
Oh, no problem, right?
Right. Hey, it's lasted 34 years. What the hell? It's funny when I push it out there, I can see them. I can see the whole rack out there just swaying a little bit from the weight. So I know, I know, I'm, I'm living at borrowed time right now.
Right.
So I gotta get that work done this year.
Yeah. My dad built a deck around his pool on Foss Road, and one day my cousin's leg went through it. So, borrowed time. So, are you going to cap the 4x6 with like, angle iron and V groove bearings?
Well, I want to put on yeah, V groove wheels. I want to do an angle iron with V groove wheels. That's part two. The first part is just to get the new runners up with the angle iron I got. Part two is to get the new wheels. Because if I can get the new base online, um, and just put the L brackets back down, it'll roll. It'll be fine. It's just that it's right now. It scares me. It scares the hell out of me every time I push it open. I'm waiting to hear that little crack. But I'd like to get some V wheels. Uh, the problem I'm going to have with getting the V track is I'm going to have somebody weld the V onto a plate so I can bolt it down on the 4x6. I don't have any welding tools, so I can't do it. Let me see if this guy's here. 120 seconds. Where's my scope? My scope's almost at meridian. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just about to hit the meridian. We're good for another hour. And let me display my scope so people can see it. Yeah, it's already displays in the lower right hand corner. Okay, that's good. I want to take a 120 second shot here. What's my gain? 400. Take a 2-minute shot just to see if we're in the ballpark. And then I'm going to start the sequence up and see how it goes. It's going to be, I've got 6, let's see, 6. Right? Yeah, 6 objects. They're spread out across 4 hours, which means I'm only going to do the first 3 for initially, and then the other ones will be up later. Able 74 is one of them. I want to look at that one. Able 74. Did not find it. Apparently I don't have that in my list on the Sky software. That's interesting. Let's see, where is it at? 21, 16, 4, 10. Let me pull up my other version of the Sky here. See if it's in this one. Ouch. That's way too loud. I gotta turn that music off when I bring this up. Obnoxious.
I heard that all the way here in Arizona.
Yeah, Abel 74 is not in the Sky 10 database. Interesting. There's probably a different number. Let me pull that up again. So that's what I do here is I sit here and I putz with my stuff and talk to myself. Yeah. Let's see, Abel 74. I exported that straight into this, so that should be on the list. Let me see here. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's a planetarium Vulpecula. Also known as PK72-17.1. Let me look it up that way. The dim sucker too. Let's see if it finds it this way. Yes, it did. There we go. All right. 12th magnitude. That'll take some exposure to do that. Let me center and see where this is at right now. Yeah. Come, you won't tell me what the altitude and azimuth are. There it is. Yeah, it's a 30 degrees off the horizon. We could probably start this up now. Yep, there's that galaxy there. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Let's see if the plate solver works the way it should. Reference frame has been solved. Are you in your trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it clear there? It's going to be clear there tonight?
No, probably not. We had some storms come through earlier. It pretty much shot any observing tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be off this whole week, so any clear night, I'm going to be doing something. Probably going to go.
All the sound.
What's that?
It's interesting that you should recognize all the sounds of being in the camper.
Well,
You've been here times.
yeah.
Yeah, I just scarfed down some dinner.
You staying up there for a few more days, or you got to go back into town?
I'll go back tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter and son-in-law were up here. You know, just hanging out at the booth, helping me out whatever they could.
Oh, okay. Good.
They love the parade and the grandkids. So they're planning on doing that again next year.
Oh, they are going to or not?
They are.
Oh, okay. Good.
At the parade.
Yeah.
I had bought like nearly 300 3-inch frisbees and then put a label on top for the observatory or the astronomy club with a deep sky object or alien heads or a spaceship. So they were throwing those flying saucers out at people on the side of the road. They loved it.
Cool. All right. It plate solved this object, and it has. It's looking for a guide star, and it has started guiding, and it started its first exposure. I love automation. Automation. Oh yeah. See this? I could start this up and go to bed for 3 hours. this will be take. Basically, I have 6 objects. Going to run 30 minutes on each.
A bunch of 5-minute subs.
Yeah. Last night I was having problems. Every once in a while the guiding would glitch to 10 arc seconds, a big spike, and then come back. It actually destroyed 3 5-minute shots. And so I got to figure out why that's happening. I haven't touched the mount since I got it, so it might be time to open it up, maybe clean up, and see if I need to put some grease back in it or something. Lots of maintenance to do, but it's the joy of ownership. I only got 85 days left, and I'm done.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, they decided I was going to work another year and a half or two, maybe even more, but they offered a package that basically I get paid to the end of next year for not working. So plus I can start my pension payments in January. Plus I can start my Social Security if I want. Getting to be an old fart. So talked it over with the wife, and she says, "Yeah, I guess so. We'll have to cut back on some of our discretionary until we get a handle on our whether we can contain what we've got." But I did a budget, and I figured out we're living on a quarter of what I make right now, so I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good.
That's good.
Yeah. Mortgage will be paid off this year.
Says your mortgage will be paid off this year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's costing us 1,100 a month right now. I can pay it off right now. I'll pay it off probably this fall. That'll be out of the way. Um, all we'll have is our basically living expenses, utilities and food.
Yeah, Lori and I pay off ours in about 3 years.
So
So,
I'm probably going up to Bill's on Tuesday. He's having a little get together with half a dozen people for 3 days.
nice.
So what were we gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, that's why. I had made little signs out of some sticky back vinyl that you can run through your printer. And one said, I'm Hawking, and the other one said, I'm Einstein. And I just peeled back the corner of the adhesive to stick it on the truck door. And so when the dogs would stick their head out, everyone on the parade route was like, oh, there's Einstein.
Clever.
The dogs were seeing all those people out there.
Yeah.
I really love seeing the names of the dogs and seeing the dogs.
That's good. How about that? It's all the guys had a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That's good.
Number one question was, where are you guys located? Next one was, we've never heard of you guys.
Right.
Well, it's only been open to the public for a year. I guess it's the best kept secret.
Yeah. It'll get moving. When the word of mouth will go.
Yep.
6 seconds. First frame's gonna come up here. I'm getting two arc second periodic or 2 arc second errors on my guiding right now.
Oh my gosh. Why so much?
I don't know. Seeing.
So what's
It's probably seeing.
arc seconds per pixel?
Half an arc second per pixel.
So is it all RA? Some deck involved?
Yeah. Mostly RA. I get a little. I think I've got a little slop in deck. I haven't checked my polar alignment since in quite a while. I should probably check that next time. It's mostly an RA. Yeah, I just got a 4 arc second spike there. I think I've got maybe floating. Maybe some backlash has come leaked, kind of slipped in over the last year and a half of usage.
Yeah, maybe the gears are getting a little worn in. And
yeah.
So how much offset in weight do you offset to actually load the gears?
Not much. Probably 2 pounds, 3 pounds at most. I don't want to put too much strain on the motors.
And what's the total weight you have on the mount?
Let's see here. 34. Probably about 80 to 85. The scope's 34 pounds. The cameras and the on axis and the focus are blah blah blah. It's probably another 10 pounds. I got a couple of on the upper block of V block. I've got some attachment devices for if I want to put my camera up there. But I also use them to kind of balance the deck. I can slide them back and forth on the dovetail to balance the deck out, so I don't have to move the whole damn scope. And then I got 39 pounds on the counterweight side. So it's probably around 80 pounds.
What's
maybe.
the so scope plus counterweights and everything, 80 pounds. What's the mouse limit?
100 pounds recommended.
Oh.
That's why I didn't get. That's why I didn't get the 12. The thing is, even with those spikes there, if I get a 10 arc second spike for a couple of seconds, I'll see a little dimple on the stars, and I'll throw that one out. But as long as I'm staying plus or minus 2 or less, like right now my RMS is 0.53 in the RA, right? That's what the average is. The RMS average is 0.53 arc seconds. And I'm averaging 0.89, 0.9 arc seconds on the RA in real time. So it usually does fine, and my seeing isn't any better than an arc second, anyways. So, I mean, granted, my stuff isn't all that sharp, but if I ever got into some really good skies, I might be able to determine how well the system actually work. So,
Well, it probably do pretty good. I mean, even though right now I would imagine that these clouds are going to be dissipating by midnight, and it's actually during the monsoon season right now that Arizona actually has the sub-arc second seeing.
right.
When this settles out and flattens, that's it. Perfect. It's nirvana.
Got to really,
I
really.
woke up it's about 2 a.m. and I stepped outside and Mars was phenomenally bright and steady.
Oh yeah, it was bright this morning. When I went out and closed up at 4 o'clock, it was just beaming out there. Big red. It was amazing how red it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's chasing planets right now because they're ideal with their
Right.
scopes, doing imaging and all that. And they're asking, "How come you're not doing planets?" I said, "Well, I'm not set up for that."
Well, it's not actually ideal because they're all in the early evening sky when the seeing hasn't settled down or
Oh yeah, Jupiter's kind of past its prime. Saturn's still okay. Mars is in the morning hours still, but my guide star's kind of weak here.
so I've got some hard space playing in the background now. The program just started.
What'd you say, Hearts of Space?
Yeah, there's a Flagstaff station that carries it
Cool.
8 and 9 p.m.
I should check to see if there's any questions on my.
Up here Sunday night. I always tune in.
Oh, no,
And
no.
that would be
I used to listen to that all the time, but I can't find a channel out here anymore that has it. I'll have to hunt around again.
yeah, there's nothing in the valley, Phoenix area, Tucson, it's all, Prescott, Flagstaff. Sholo actually just showed up on the list for having a station, but for some reason, the Sholo station is just a bunch of static. You can hear a little bit out of it, so they just don't have the power, I think, to reach this 35 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dim little galaxy here.
Well, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last on my feet.
I'll bet you're a tired puppy.
Well, getting there.
Yeah.
But it was a blast actually talking to people just face to face about the proceeds of everything, a hat or the charts or a ticket to the event, going to phase two.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, what the uptick in attendance is. But I had people yelling at me at the side of the road, during the parade. Where are you located?
Right.
Which that kind of the word's going to get out. I'm sure
Yep.
I'll have a lot of people swinging by the cul-de-sac, but this is what was supposed to happen last year, but they canceled the parade. They
Ah,
ran.
I can hear your crickets.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Are you going to post the 5-minute sub of the Galaxy to Facebook so we can see?
Um, you want it processed?
No would probably be the best answer.
I mean, I'm on frame 3 right now of this guy. I,
Well, we can
I,
tomorrow.
well, I am broadcasting on YouTube. So if you want to look at the grainy black and white version, actually, there's you know what I can do. This is kind of crappy, but the new DSS came out with a live stacker. It'll you can monitor a folder. In fact, I'm going to go set this up right now. You can monitor a folder, and as each image gets saved, it will automatically stack it and display it, as, and slowly.
And and everything on like the 30,000 stars like Deep Sky Stacker does.
Yeah, it's Deep Sky Stacker. It's the live. They have two. They have the regular version, then they have the live frame version. I'm running it. I'm going to start it up here in a second here.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go online and check that out.
Yeah.
Download the new version.
Yeah. Yeah, version 4.1. Let's see. There it is. That's the one I'm working on right there. And monitor. You have two images in the monitored folder. Do you want to process them? Yes. Detecting hot pixels, computing luminances, blah, 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 blah. Got 18 seconds for the third one. Let's look at the last image. Now, it debayers them and everything, but so my camera has got a green background until you color balance it. But there it is. There's the galaxy. Boy, that looks like shit. Pretty dim. It's 11.7 magnitude. Let's go stack these three. Third one just finished. We're into our fourth frame now. So anyway, it's it works. The live version works kind of nice for nebulas because then you can start seeing some of the red. Because SG Pro doesn't debayer the image; it's just a straight black and white.
Ah.
If you're using AP tools, astrophotography tools, it'll debayer it for you on the fly. But SG Pro doesn't do that. It's one thing that I wish they did have as an option is to be able to debayer your image that you're looking at. Doesn't matter. My camera is going to be green background anyways until I process it. But I could transfer those three down. Maybe I'll do that. Transfer those three down and process them. Only takes them. Well, it'll take longer to download it than it will to process it.
do that on my account. I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to last tonight here, but hopefully tomorrow we'll see an image on Facebook from tonight's run.
Yeah. If this run goes well, I'll have 6 objects. I'll have put 30 minutes on each of them. Ooh, my guider is.
So do you have a written procedure of what you do for image processing?
Yeah, actually. And it varies depending on the object. If I'm working on comets, there's a different procedure for the comets because I'm not even.
Moving relative to the stars, or
So the comets, comets I stack on the comet itself. Whether I'm acquiring it by guiding on a star or acquiring it by guiding on the comet itself. Either way, the acquisition is maybe different, but the actual process is the same. I still stack on the comet, and I do that in PixInsight. And what you do is you pull up your 20 frames or your 30 frames or your 100 frames, whatever it is. You select the first one, and you find the centroid of the comet in the first image, and you mark it. Then you go to the last image, the 100th one, and you find this centroid in that one, and you mark it, and then it'll take that 100 and it'll interpolate the position of every frame relative to the first and last one and pull them all together in an index um, set of images. So another 30 images are created with the appropriate XY transposition in each one of them marked, and then you throw it into the integration um, function. It'll stack them all. It's a multi-process. It's a multi-step process.
okay, and use PixInsight to do the other aspects of processing.
Correct.
What does that cost?
I think it's $200. Let's find out here. I remember I bought it over a year ago. Let me check.
So when you bring that image into PixInsight, is it like a 16-bit TIFF?
If I'm pulling it from DSS, yes. I think it's 16. It might even be 32-bit. I'd have to check that. But I can stack. You can stack in Pix. You can do everything in PixInsight. You don't need to use DSS. But DSS is so quick and easy to use. I use it to stack, my normal stuff because it does it in like 5 minutes. Whereas in PixInsight, each step is manual.
That's right. Start bragging about your computer system there, Mr. Quad Core.
Well, I'm only stacking like last night was 15 images on each of those objects. And go ahead.
You know the image I posted about M8, 20, and M27. I only had like 10 or 11 images for each of those, and with my Windows 7 dual core, it was 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So then I fired up my second computer, which on a CPU grading website where you just type in the CPU that has and all that, it has about the same benefit factor between the two. So that's how I doubled my throughput.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was sad. I would start it up and I'd watch an entire movie with Lori and then go back, wait a little bit, and then start the next image and go to bed.
Well, that's why I said I can download these and process these 3 images in like 5 minutes. So we're not talking about 2 hours. The only thing that would hold me up is actually transferring it from the machine out there across the wireless network. But if I'm only pulling 3, let me see here. Let me see what I got here. Go to SG pictures. Well, and I will admit, if you want to do lots of processing of time lapse where you're looking at 1,800 images, you want high performance.
Right. I watched your video on YouTube at the WASP meeting about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that with my current computer.
No, no, I don't think so.
It would die.
All right, I'm transferring across to see how.
Yeah, so maybe you can put one of those raw stacked 16-bit TIFF images on Dropbox. You know, one that you had like 15 images that you stacked them.
Yeah. Which one do you
So,
want? You want the Trifid?
well, the choices. Is there a choice?
Yeah. Let me let me look.
Well, one that you process and one that I can bring in and do what I do and
Yeah.
see
So
what.
I've got. Let me go to my Northern Cross Observatory imaging data. I have 99 folders worth of objects, and each of them has an autosave TIFF file.
And that's the one that's needed because that autosave in DSS,
Yeah.
I have found the only one that actually works.
Yeah.
If I can
So
save it and then, you know, just to make sure I have a copy, when I bring that copy into or the autosave into, they never process identically the same. Only the autosave actually is worth anything.
okay, so I can do it through a WeTransfer to your ID. Let's see. I'm going to send you M20. Let's see. Pull up my email here.
All right, that'll work. A lot of color in that.
Yeah. Let's see here. WeTransfer.
And what's the total integration then for one of those images?
Let me pull up my spreadsheet and I'll tell you. Actually, I don't need to tell you. I can pull it right here. These are 30-second subs and 15 of them. 15, is that right? 15? No, it might be 30. Next frame length is longer than the time to be ready. Ooh, it's going to do a meridian flip on me. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's see if it works. I'm surprised it actually wants to flip it already. Huh. All right. Oh, that's right. I set it to 10 degrees past horizon or past meridian. That's why it's going to do it. Even though I can go almost 20 degrees past. Right. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to transfer you something here. Okay. What's your email? I can't hear you. You lost your connection. I got it. Hey, Steve, you still there? We lost you. Yeah. Oh, are you back?
Yeah, Lori called. She's back home now.
Oh, okay. I've sent you a autosave.tiff file for M20. It's uploading right now. You'll get an email in a little bit. It's 154 megabytes.
154 meg, and it'll. All right. So I can hear myself in the back. Am I coming over your computer speakers again?
Are you on the
Still on Discord?
Are you on the YouTube?
No, I'm on Discord.
Okay. No, shouldn't be coming through this.
Yeah, I didn't hear myself before, but when I came back from the phone call, I could hear myself like an echo.
Okay. Yeah, I know why. Hang on a second here. I think. Go ahead and talk now.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Talk now.
Check. I don't hear myself, so I don't hear the echo.
All right. Do you hear it now?
I don't know. Let me echo. Nope.
Okay.
So let's see, 104 meg download. Start that up at night. But all right, cool. Then I can bring that into Lightroom, see what it does.
Okay. Should be done now.
Okay. Well, it'll probably be tomorrow before I get to downloading.
Right.
I don't have anything but the Verizon hotspot if I were to fire up the laptop.
But like I said, that only takes like 5 minutes to stack on this machine at least. I don't even know if it's that long.
For quad core?
Yeah, it's 7700K quad core. I had to rebuild my computer last year. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I actually looked up some of the old emails just to see the picture you sent out because when I started processing those images and stacking 10 or 11 images and it was 2.5 hours, it's like, okay, Doug's got this beat somehow. Let me see his emails to see his quad core something or other. So what did that set you back?
Well, what I had a motherboard go out a year and a half ago, so I had to replace what I had, which was a 3820 with the 7700s. But you get something with the 8000 series CPUs now for about anywhere from $1,300 to $1,500 with 16 gig of RAM and a couple of terabytes of storage. Something in the $1,500 range.
Yeah, that's not so bad. So you don't quite need Alienware then.
No.
And this is a desktop, not a laptop.
Right. And then my laptop's a 7700K processor too. It's the same processor that I bought last year. So it's pretty fast too.
Are you able to process images and it be the same 5 minutes the laptop versus tower?
It's probably 8 or 10 minutes for the same size.
All right, laptop takes a little longer.
Yeah, the processor is the same processor, but it's the mobile version, so it's not running at the same frequency. This desktop is running at 3.4 gigahertz, and I think the laptop's running around 6.8 gigahertz. So it's a little slower. What's that?
Send me a link to that laptop.
Just go to CyberPower PC and start looking around.
Okay.
I mean, they've got the 8000 series out now. In fact, they got a 9000 series, which is really is their 12, 14, 16, and 18 core machines. Which I'm not going to spend that kind of money because they're like $3,000 just for the CPU, without anything else, just the CPU, just the chip for an 18 core. 18 core.
Now, what's the display size you have on that laptop?
It's a 13. Wait a minute. It might be a. Is it a 15? It might be a 15. It's out in the observatory, so I can't tell you right off the bat. Oh wait. Ah, silly me. I have it on screen here. Let me just pull up my system information. The laptop I have is right here. My scope's done its meridian flip. It's plate solving right now. It's trying to get on back on track on the object. Okay, so this processor is 2.8 gigahertz, a 7700 HQ. It's an i7 7700 HQ processor on this laptop. I have 8 gig of RAM. Of course, it's a 64-bit OS running Windows 10. Let's see. Oh man, this is the cat's ass. This sucker has flipped the scope, aligned, centered the scope, and it's going to try to find a guide star. It's finding a guide star. And then it's about to start the next frame. And I'm just sitting here talking to you, not doing a thing. Oh, I love automation. That was the whole point behind what I was doing, getting this set up a year ago or a year and a half ago. My point was I wanted to automate this thing. So not only did it do 4 frames and then do the meridian flip, centered it, it automatically started my auto guider back up on a star it found, and it's into the 5th frame now.
Nice.
Yep. I should snap you. Well, I'll snap a. Have you seen the pictures of the scope with my monitoring camera I've got that I put on Boone Hill? Okay. I've got an infrared camera out there that I got on that I tack onto the roof. When I open it up, I tack it on the top of the roof, or not the top, but on the south wall of the roof, pointing down at the scope, so I can monitor it during the night, make sure it's not pointing somewhere crazy. Because once in a while, the system will get lost and it'll point in the ground and stuff like that. It's like, nope, I don't want that to happen. Fortunately, I've got safety limits on everything, so it stops. But it turns on the little infrared lights when it gets dark enough. In fact, I'll take a picture now. Take a picture. That's what my third monitor is my for that camera, so I can look at it. Keep an eye on it. So, for example, I'm sitting here talking to you. It's doing its meridian flip, and I'm watching it. And says, "Yeah, okay, it's doing it the right way. It's doing what it needs to do." So I've got eyes in the observatory effectively, so I can keep track of it. Plus, I can watch for raccoons walking in on the steps or deer.
So you have the infrared on the entire time?
Yeah.
And you have a filter on
What's that?
you have filters on the camera to filter out the infrared of that.
The primary camera. The primary camera has. I just lost my wireless connection out there. The primary camera has a UV IR cut filter on it, so it won't see this. But the guide camera is looking in the near infrared. But this is, um, I haven't noticed any issue with it. So since the scope's pretty much shrouded, it's and not pointing towards the due north, or almost never pointing towards the due north area. It's okay. The only thing that might happen is a little bit of leakage through the on-axis. There's a couple of gaps in the on-axis guide port. Could reflect a little bit of it. But when you're out there, it's totally black. You're walking around in the dark. It's just that the little IR lights come on so the camera can see it. I think I'll post that. I'm gonna post that. I'm working on NGC 61118. Just completed meridian flip.
Now I might be starting to crash here.
Yeah. Getting tired. Getting old, man.
I've been feet all day for 2 days, and
I'm just pulling your leg. just, just pulling your leg, buddy.
although I am older, I mean, no one's getting younger.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Somebody just paged me.
I'm
Oh,
starting to see poking through. These clouds are starting to dissipate. Like I said, probably by midnight it'll be entirely clear and calm.
that'll be cool. We've had phenomenal weather here the last 3 nights, or last couple of nights, and it's going to be clear tonight, and I think Monday and Tuesday night as well. I just was going to take this week off to go up north, and I says, well, I don't have to go up north. I have a telescope sitting right outside my house. Why go up north? Oh, look at that object. Look at that. Yeah, meridian flip worked perfect. So,
Get those narrowband filters, you don't even have to worry about the moon.
that's true. The skies here are not as good as Boone, but they're still usable. I mean, I'm doing all this work here in my backyard. It's just the only thing I noticed is from the time I took the scope up there, did some imaging up there last October, is that the background sky for the same exposure and gain, there's less of it up there than is here. That's about it. Just a little less background.
Well, enjoy your evening.
Okay.
Look in, your stacked version of these ones you're collecting now, and I'll check out the link to that TIFF file.
Oh, that's right. I was going to process that for you. I already transferred.
Just an autosave, right? Unprocessed.
Yeah, that what you've got there. Yeah, what I sent you. Yeah. I'm going to process.
Do you have a link? Do you have the link to the process version of it? That way I can raw image when I bring it in the
Yeah.
right room.
Go to my Flickr. Go to my Flickr page, or even my Northern Cross Observatory album is it's on there. I've got a high resolution on Flickr though.
All right.
In fact, I put that link to the Flickr into the Boone Hill Facebook page just earlier this evening. You can actually pull it. You can see it right there if you look at it. It's the post I got is that image right there, and you just go to Flickr and you can zoom in and look at it all you want.
All right. Cool deal.
Yep.
Well, you have fun. I'm gonna crash. I got two puppies that are just like dead to the world.
Okay.
They've spent. They took a toll on them too. I mean, just being at this this festival, the 2-day festival.
Yeah.
That is almost like for them running 10 miles. Just being at the event and having all these people come up, go and pat them, and it's like load for them.
Oh, I get
All
it.
right.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Yep. Good night.
Bye.
I just processed those first three images I took of this object tonight, or I'm stacking them right now, and they're stacked. It's creating the autosave now. See if there's any questions from online. Doesn't look like it. Guess I'll sign off. Nobody's here anyways. Stop